Hi everybody, we're going to take a look today on how to embed a Google document such as our syllabus or our course expectations into our School World teacher webpage. I'm going to start on the Start Point Google Launch page, and I have two tabs open. I have the Start page open and I have the teacher sites open because I want to log into that eventually. I can get to my Google Documents by one of two ways. I can go into Drive and find in my folders, which is basically my H drive of Google, as I've called it for people, just like the H drive at StartPoint, except it's not local. It's Google has it. But I have a lot of stuff in here, and I know what I'm looking for is a Google Doc. So instead of going into Google Drive, I'm just going to click on Google Docs. And one of the first things, because I just put it in there, is my student expectations. Now, if you don't have your course syllabus or your student expectations in a Google Doc, if you have it in a Word document, it's as simple as opening the H drive, finding that file, and dragging it into Google Docs or dragging it actually with your mouse into Drive. It will convert it for you. I would definitely open it up and make sure the fonts are good. It might take you a minute or two to do it this way, but it makes it so much easier to publish to the web if you do that. So after that step, and you have it in Google Docs like I do, you're going to go up to File, Publish to the Web. If you're using a Google Sheet or a Google Slide or even a Google Form, there will be a button that says Embed, and it will give you some sizing options, and it's basically the same thing I'm going to show you here. Except in this case with the Google Doc, there is an extra step, and it's not as hard as it looks. So I'm going to hit Publish to the Web, and what comes up is, because I have this published already and I'm using it to the web, are things like this. Yours will probably be looking something like this when you open it up. And you won't see any codes there. You embed, you can't even, when you click on it, nothing happens. So we want to either hit publish or start publishing. I would leave this check down here, automatically republish when changes are made. Whenever I make a change, it'll publish it for me, so I don't have to keep publishing it each time I make a change. So I'm going to hit start publishing. Okay. And then when I click, I can either have a link that I might want to put on my website, but I like the embed feature better. And there is a code. Now I'm going to leave that open. And while I leave that open, I'm going to go to my teacher website. I'm going to log into my sample tech integrator page. And I have a lot of things turned off, like I might have mentioned to you already. Turn everything off when you start, and then turn things on as you use them. Don't have any dead parts of your website. That's not something that I believe people want to see navigate through a website that's not being updated. For most of you, it might be the only time you use this is to post your expectations, and that's all you're going to have there. So I'm going to go into a regular edit page, my welcome page there, and I have these copy or pasted headings in there. I'm going to go a little further down. Now I need this code right here. So I'm going to click on it. It's going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it either by right-clicking and hitting copy for most of you, or Control-C or Command and C if you're on a Mac. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my teacher page, and there are two buttons along the bottom that we don't really look at very much. The design button, which is how we mostly are used to seeing things, and the HTML button. I want to click on that HTML button, and it's going to change all of the stuff on that teacher page to this weird looking code. You'll see the cursor will be at the end. Just going to hit a couple of enters to give myself a little bit of space. And this is where I'm going to paste this code, either by right-clicking and hitting paste, or Command and V on a Mac, or Control and V on a PC. So I have my document pasted in there. However, it doesn't allow me size. So if I save this and I look down at it, you'll see that it's just a small little box, and it's going to look awful on the website. And even when I scroll through this, it looks really, really bad. So I'm going to go back into my HTML and just do one little trick. Between the beginning iframe and the SRC button, I'm going to type in width equals quotes 100%, and I can do percentages or pixels. And from looking around on the internet, this is probably the best one to put. Width equals 100%. Then I'm going to type in height equals quotes 350. Those two little things should help a bunch when you're actually putting this in there, this iframe as they call it. Okay, I'm going to hit save, and you're going to see that when you save it, it does make it much, much larger. But the job isn't done yet. You want to hit save one more time when it goes back to design mode so it'll appear on your page. And if I go up to view site, there's my big Spartan head. There's my welcome over the side. And then on the bottom, embedded in my page are my expectations that parents can just thumb right through. And I believe it looks a lot more professional and maybe makes you feel like you're a computer whiz and something you can show maybe fellow teachers in that how to do this. It's not difficult at all to take the actual materials you have and put them right in rather than maybe having a, passing out a gazillion copies if you find out who has internet access and who doesn't. So that's how you embed a Google Doc into your School World Teacher webpage. I hope that you all learned a little bit and you're going to do this and make your webpage look really great. Good luck. Any questions, feel free to ask. Send an email. I'd be more than happy to get back to you.